Shame. 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 Shame.
Shame TV East Watch. Your host, Sunday Sundown stream. Let's get ready to go in. Before we get started, of course, we have to, before we get started, we have to do what we said we were going to do, because if not, we'll be just like other people. So, here we go. Now, the last video I showed you evidence of him going to his attorney, picking up his check the day that he got his check. How do I know that? How do I know he got a settlement? What gives me the right to say any of that shit as a fact, not, you know, my opinion or conjecture or any sort of hyperbole or joke or anything, because I knew. Now, we're going to go back. This video, we're going to give it something new. With this fucking clown. Okay, here we go again. The same phone, Shame TV's phone, Shame. Yeah, these are designs for shirts that he's asking for all the fucking time. But we're going to do one specific to the show today. Here we go. This one started on June 6th around McGILLZ. If y'all can see, it's Kev. This one started around June 6th at 2:45 p.m. Bro, there's no attachment though, bro. Laughing my ass off. This is from information that he had me sending him on POLIGHT and Zion Lex and all that shit like that. The reason why I'm doing this, hold on, before I get started, is because this fucker went on his stream playing a clip saying, you know, you guys remember why I said I'm doing this, because he said I don't have information on POLIGHT. All my information came from him. But here he is right here. June 8th, 8:55 a.m. Fuck you calling me that early for? Call me when I free. I didn't know that, okay, call me when you free. I guess that meant call me again. So here's me. It's on Shame TV record so I can snatch it down. Okay, that's talking about a video of mine that I did that he wanted on his fucking page. Okay, it's me. That's him telling me he just got home. That's at 1:23 on June 8th. That's PM. June 8th, 11:24. Now, this is at nighttime, 11:24. Nigga, you found that video yet? With 3 question marks, basically saying like, yo, because he had already talked to him on the phone about it. That's not what you see. You're not seeing that part. You're just seeing this nigga texting me and then we'll have conversations. Nigga, you found that NETER video? Please. You hear the word. You see it right there. Please. The first word. Please. Where can I find it? Please. Where can I find it? With POLIGHT and Israel Doctrine and Lex. So he was talking about a video or some information that he had seen on my page or some shit he heard me talking about, and this nigga was trying to get down with the fucking get down. He was trying to have me send him information so he could do a video banging on POLIGHT. So the only reason I'm showing you this is this has nothing to do with the many conversations that I had with this nigga about POLIGHT. This has nothing to do with alone with the Zachariah Latney shit and the Stacey Williams shit, or Adam, I think it was Williams, Stacey Williams shit, when a brother was contacting me and he went on and started blathering his mouth about that. He had no idea about that shit because dude had contacted me and left me an email when I first put my email up on my old page. So this nigga's running his mouth telling motherfuckers that all my information came from him, nigga, when that ain't even true, when I got evidence right here of you fucking begging me for fucking information on Polite, but you ain't tell people that when you was running your fucking junky ass mouth. Shame TV East Watch. Let's get ready to go in. Fuck.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Welcome everyone to the Sunday Sundown stream. I am your host. We are live Sunday, kicking it off with a little sonetta, showing ill intentions, like he always does. Polite, will you come back for Kev McGILLZ? Because he really needs some content. So if you would do us the honor of coming back, we'd really appreciate that shit, because that nigga really needs something to talk about. And lastly, today we will be diving into and talking about indigenous haters. Got somebody in particular that I want to bring up because she's been doing it routinely now, and that's Cynthia G. Because every time she speaks of black people claim, every time she speaks of black people referring to themselves as indigenous here to the Americas, she says it with a sort of disdain that's clearly audible in her voice. And we want to dissect why that is, why Africa is so on these niggas' mind when the whole world was covered by our people doing shit all over the whole world. But we continue to want to focus on this one place, though you ain't never been there. And some more comments that were made that I found kind of, for somebody like her that I listened to for a long time, you know what I mean? And I'm not banging on her, so let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not banging on her because the shit that she says, I agree with almost 90% of that shit. But it's like some of that shit needs to be addressed, yo. Like, because you got a large platform and you start to turn people off of shit that they shouldn't be turned off of. If we're indigenous here and there's evidence of such, why would you ignore that and keep focusing on some African shit that probably lost ties to your particular gene pool a long fucking time ago? But first off, we're going to start off with this $5 begging ass nigga sonetta coming through the other night showing his ill intentions.
You fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That's why we must take over.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Sonetta, you are incapable of running this. And it's time for me to go in and dive a little deeper in why I feel that way. Now, Sonetta, you came through on my sister's channel, Tasha Pope. You came through the other day with wicked intentions from the jump. Now, we all know, everyone in my chat, everybody knows. Strange May, welcome. Everybody, Salima, what's up? Everybody knows that Tasha is a bleeding heart. Everyone knows that she's Jackie, the female Jackie Moon. Everybody love everybody. ELE, that's Tasha, all day. Everybody love everybody. So I'm not surprised at all that she let you in to try to give your piece, because she is a black woman to her heart, and that's what black women do. So she allowed your old grimy, slimy ass on the fucking forum. And there was a lot of things discussed, and there was a lot of things that I couldn't jump in and discuss because I just couldn't. It was a bad night for me, a great night actually for me and my lady, but a bad night to try to, you know, be on YouTube and do all that stuff because I was engaged in a little date night with my lady. So it's what it was. But it was a big night, and I had to tune in here and there where I could. And when I was finally able to address you, Sonetta, you did exactly what I thought you would do exactly what I watched you do with everyone else. You engaged in YouTube fuckery, which let me know that there is no sincerity within you.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is ill intentions versus good intentions. We'll simplify it like that. Good intentions in this realm we're gonna call creating situations that are good for Black people, creating think tanks for Black people, creating safety nets like Shame TV East Watch and so many other shows.
Shame. Shame.
We're here to create a safety net. You guys have heard me say a long time ago, there's no sense in having a nigga meeting when you got all types of spies and niggas with ill intentions sitting right in a nigga meeting.
Shame.
They're gonna go tell.
Shame.
They're gonna corrupt everything we do. They cannot be involved in anything that's going on. So when NETER comes around, he has nothing but ill intentions. He has nothing but YouTube financial gain on his mind. When he comes through, I caught him playing that game of, you're not really telling me nothing. Nigga, I told you specifically. Why the fuck you take people money and talk about you buying a news van and then you ain't buy the shit and even talk shit about it? Then his answer was some cockamamie story about him giving people the money back with no evidence of such.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Saying he refunded everybody their money. NETER, if you think that we believe that for 2 fucking seconds, you are out of your mind.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
He thinks that no one knows what he was doing over here. So today I'm going to explain to everyone and let everyone know why he was really here. NETER knows the team of sisters that I deal with behind the scenes now. I've been dealing with them for almost a year now. Never really did I use all their information the way that certain other McWi-Fi loser ass niggas did. Talentless.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Because in the back of my mind, though those sisters helped me out tremendously, I still always felt like that was his team. Because they were together before I came around. I wasn't involved in the forming of that group in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I just came around and benefited from it, McShame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That all beef patty special sauce sandwiches.
Shame. Shame.
But the whole point to all of it is he knows how valuable they are. He watched them like we all watched. These sisters bring this raggedy fucking suicidal junkie all the way up to prominence. In less than a year, they did this. Never once outing him, never once looking for his flaws and trying to make a page of their own off of his flaws.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
They kept it real the same way they keep it real with me. Now, if you're NETER, you're on a sinking platform. Okay? You're on a sinking fucking platform. What else do you have to do? This is what I mean by this nigga wants to run around and boast shit. Nigga, I'm the one who turned Sarnetta and reduced him to a troll in my fucking comment section now. Because that's what he does. Lie Sarnetta and make me make a video about the fucking screenshot with the screenshots. Okay, what up, L Boogie? Welcome. But yes, we have successfully reduced Sarnetta to a troll. Openly reduced him to a troll. He's down here begging for us to have a meeting with him, to allow him in a nigga meeting. And did y'all hear him? Did you hear him? What does he do? Same old Frankie Filth tactics. Khalid Muhammad. Khalid Muhammad.
Shame.
Khalid Muhammad.
Shame. Shame.
First off, dude, no one really believes that Khalid Muhammad knows you the way that you say. It's the same thing with the nigga Bumpy Johnson and Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas talks like he was Bumpy Johnson's right-hand man, and he was this and the third. Then you talk to Frank Lucas's widow, Bumpy Johnson's widow, and all the people around her, and all the people who were actually around Bumpy Johnson. No, nigga said that this nigga never even came in the house. Like, nigga, you used to fucking open the car doors and watch the cars and shit like that. Come on now.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Snapella, this nigga trying to act like he was rolling around with fucking Khalid Muhammad, breaking down barriers and sign that in there. Shut your fuck. Niggas already said you was Filthy Frank from the West Side.
Shame. Shame.
What the fuck,
Shame.
what the fuck a Filthy Frank nigga know about doing some righteous shit? Exactly. You was running around going to pick up the bean pies and shit for Khalid Muhammad and them.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And whenever you would get out of pocket, Khalid Muhammad would say this to Sarnetta.
Fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10. Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's where that come from. They took that from what Khalid Muhammad used to say to Sarnetta all the time. I just sent you to get bean pies and fucking coffee, man. You ain't capable of doing anything, Frank. I told you YouTube is no country for old men, man. You look bad every time you run your mouth. You openly said on that sister's chat. You openly said, Sarnetta, you openly said that when Tasha drilled your ass about fucking grilled you about why you in the chat caping for Kev and doing this, that, and the third, you was like, oh, I seen them two brothers going at it. So I was coming in there. Basically, you was coming in with what I put on the front of this motherfucking title. You were coming in with ill intentions. You were not coming in as an older brother to piece some shit out. You were not coming in as an elder running around with Khalid Muhammad. Now you swinging from his dick ass.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You were not coming in to try to do what he would have done. No, no, no. You seen two people going at it and you came in and there you go. You're ready to fucking start some shit. I ain't no spring chicken neither, but I ain't out there doing no fuck shit. The only reason I bring up Sarnetta's age, there's one reason and one reason I bring up this nigga's age alone, is because what he does. At that fucking age and what he purports to be. At that age and what you purport to be and who you call yourself, nigga.
Shame. Shame.
For you, YouTube is no country for old men. Tonight we're gonna play some things, some audios about the next topic, because we're not gonna go long on Sonetta. He's a troll now. So I think we should all celebrate.
Shame. Shame.
He's a troll now. There's no need to talk. There's no sense. There's no need in dwelling on this nigga because he has no platform. What's going on over there at Black News 102? Exactly. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even POLIGHT told that nigga this shit.
Fucked up big time.
Fucked up.
Capable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Shame. Shame.
He had a fucking, what Nino Brown say? You had a fucking $10,000 a month fucking business. Reduce the fucking rumble.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Sonetta, you had a huge platform. And now that shit has just been reduced to nothing. And now you come to my chat. You come to my chat. You troll. You talk shit to my fucking my people in my chat that are bigging me up and bigging up the show. You're a real slimy piece of shit. And you came through with ill intentions, just like you always do, just like I knew you would. That's why I got on, and I tried to be sensible, but I'm not going to play that game with you because you're just a fuck artist, you know? That's what you do, and you think you're playing somebody against somebody. We already told you, dumbass, that we know that's what you're doing. Why do you continue to do that shit? If I fucking tell you, nigga, I know that you're circling around the back to catch me from behind. Why you keep trying to circle around like I don't fucking see you circling around? We play chess over here, family. This is chess, not checkers.
Fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Shame.
The fuck?
Shame.
You incapable of running this shit. That's why we here. Y'all sisters out there, the ones who be talking about a matriarchal society, well, this is how some of them shits ran. Just like Black Panther. Yeah. Just like Black Panther. Matriarchal society. All them sisters run shit, but they led by one prince. Mm-hmm. And they choose the prince. They choose that bloodline and they follow that bloodline. That bloodline leads. But all he does is take their work and manifest that shit on the earth. That's all I'm doing right now. What up, Frankenberry Head? Peace. I know, man. You made all of us, man. We're going to go into that in a second. About you making niggas. Keep going at him.
Shame. Shame.
Yo, that nigga. And then masonry, like I said about masonry, man, that shit is so overblown. Like, that shit is, you know what masonry is like? You want to know what masonry is like? Conscious speculation. That shit is like the Moors. Like, it's different types of people. Like, the majority of them niggas that's Masons, yo, them niggas go to fucking little halls, nigga, and eat cake and shit like that with friends and just kick it and talk shit, you know. Them niggas is not in there talking about no in the world, control society type shit. Half them niggas is motherfucking Christians or whatever the fuck. Like, for if you would assume that if you was a Mason, you would know or have a certain level of knowledge. Like, nah, it's none of that shit, dog. None of that. Like, it's not, like, I've known too many that was just basic level thinkers, and them niggas had no idea truly about half the shit that was going on. So it's like that shit is overblown. I heard a lot of people say that shit. Pharaoh say that shit, but nigga, like, there's no way you can know all Masons is evil. That's fucking crazy. Half them niggas don't even know what the fuck is going on, nigga. Like, there's no way. What's going on, man, is that this world and this system that we live in is an oligarchy. So it's like, it's all greed. If do you notice that shit like things like ambition are praised? Like, people praise ambition. Like a person like Kev, he would be looked at as ambitious as far as trying to be a YouTube celebrity.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
He'll receive praise from people who might think he might make money. Let's say that nigga started making some money for real, which he didn't. But let's say he did. Like, he would be looked at as, well, he made it, like POLIGHT. Just like POLIGHT. All the shit he did, is some people in the back of their mind, they're like, well, shit, man, that nigga still made it out of the hood and blah, 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 blah.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Ambition is not a good thing, but it's praised in this society. So that's why it leads people to do certain shit that we want to believe they wouldn't otherwise do, but who's to say they wouldn't? So it's like, that's what you deal with when you deal with people like NETER. He's ambitious. So his ill intentions are gonna show, especially with a person like me, because I'm not ambition in that fashion. So therefore, like, in that fashion, I'm extremely humble. Like, he was the one telling me about some $1,000, and then you get people could donate and blah blah blah. I had no idea that shit even existed. When I got 500 subscribers, I really thought I was the shit. I was like, word, this is exactly what I wanted.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I wanted 500 subscribers, so because I felt that was enough, that if I continue to work on my art, make my t-shirts, that'd be enough way to help me create buzz and sell my stuff. Do that way. That's what I was thinking. When I would get 200-300 views on a video, I thought that was a successful view, nigga. A successful vid. I still do.
Shame. Shame.
I think that thing spreads slowly. It doesn't always have to be fast. And that if you're going through extra lengths to make that shit fast, you generally start to run into that ambition thing where you're not really putting this out to put it out for what you say you're doing it for. You're putting it out for ulterior motives, and it's going to show eventually. All of this shit is going to show eventually. So moving on from NETER and his ill intentions, $5 begging ass nigga, troll.
Fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make changes. Shame. Shame. Shame.
And we did not make change out of NETER. What we did was we reduced this nigga to a troll.
Shame.
Should have bought that fucking news van.
Shame.
Should have bought that fucking news van, bro. All right. Now it's time. It is time. NETER shows ill intentions has been covered for this portion of this show. The second part of the show is POLIGHT. Will you come back for KEV McGILLZ? That is the second portion of the show, which we will dive into shortly.
Shame.
Now,
shame. Shame.
We know who that troll is. We know.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know. Your ass so dumb smart. You so dumb smart. Right. You so dumb smart. You don't even know. think you know who's who. You so dumb smart. Bitch ass nigga. What you say you eating french fries from McDonald's when you saw the Wi-Fi? What you saying, bitch ass nigga?
Shame.
What you saying, bitch ass nigga? The bitch ass nigga, yeah. You so dumb and lost. You don't even know who's who. But keep on getting high. Keep on getting high and talking, running your mouth, not knowing what the fuck you talking about. Hella dumb, smart. We're just surprised we failed for this shit for so long. But you is the master troll of YouTube now. You've been exposed as the fraud. No matter what you over here feed your dumbass followers, whoever these punk asses is, do not know shit but to follow your dumbass down the rabbit hole of your paranoid ass imagination. Paranoid ass, bitch ass nigga. You don't know who's who. You are so dumb smart, nigga. You hella dumb ass smart. Hella dumb ass, bitch ass nigga. That's what you is. Yeah. What are you talking about over there? You don't even know who's who. So damn paranoid, you think everybody is somebody else. So paranoid, you don't know nothing. You don't know a damn thing. You don't know who is who about what. You don't know if he's coming on board. You bitch ass nigga. Scary ass, paranoid ass, bitch ass nigga. Nobody thinking about your bitch ass until you start running your bitch ass mouth.
Exactly. My words exactly.
You sitting over here with these peons who don't know shit. Stay y'all punk asses over here LOL with this bitch ass until you get paranoid and then you too. Nobody give a fuck about your ass. You ain't nobody, bitch. I've been done worse by better. You ain't nobody, bitch. Bitch ass nigga. Keep running your dumb ass mouth. You don't know shit. You don't know who is who. Look, bitch ass until you get paranoid and then you too. Nobody give a fuck about your ass. You ain't nobody, bitch. I've been done worse by better. You ain't nobody, bitch. Bitch ass nigga. Keep running your dumb ass mouth. You don't know shit. You don't know who is who. Look, trying to put shame on glass. Trying to put shame on glass. Shame knows who we are. Nigga, you don't know who we are, you bitch ass nigga. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh, McGILLZ. Running that motherfucking mouth again. He can't help himself, man. He can't help his fucking self, man. Now, Kev, before this stream kicked off, I did the same thing that I did before. Last video. I showed directly from my phone where you were in there begging me for information on POLIGHT so you could bang on POLIGHT. One of the main reasons were because you were running out of shit. Everything that you had said about him had pretty much been covered by the new year. So you were running dry on POLIGHT at that time. But the difference with me was I had confirmation from Zion Lex directly from that nigga about the staging of the beefs and all of that shit like that. See, that shit is stuff that, Kev, that shit, McGILLZ, you know that shit that you heard secondhand. Y'all heard about it. You heard Pharaoh talking about it. You heard Pharaoh, you watched Pharaoh put up screenshots and shit that he got out of Zion Lex Facebook group and all that shit like that. But what you didn't have was Zion Lex directly contacting you and affirming and or denying either way. That didn't happen. That happened with me. That happened with me. You were calling me routinely about information on POLIGHT. because the information that I was getting, like I said at the time, was not coming from the real fraud department, which is those group of powerful sisters, that circle of sisters, powerful circle of sisters in the background, who were actually providing the information for the page.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So for you to go out and run your fucking mouth talking shit again on your fucking stream, how I got information from you, all I'm doing is examining each little bit of shit that I heard you say and showing proof of the shit that I had to say counter to that. That's all. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm saying. That's all this shit is about. Now, getting on to the topic, what we want to do today is we want to beg Polite and ask Polite, the Nisut, the Grand Epicet, that illustrious cavity, aka Fraud Noke, also known as Michael Noke to PayPal. Polite, will you please come back? Because KEV literally has nothing to fucking talk about ever since you've been gone.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Ever since you've been gone, he's been flip-flopping from hot topic to hot topic. Half of these topics he can't spell.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
97.8% of these topics he got from someone else.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I've watched him take people's whole live streams and do 3-hour live streams himself off of their 2-hour live streams about Polite.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now he's been reduced to looking at dick pics and tranny videos.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
He's not using the McDonald's Wi-Fi anymore, so he's not getting blocked from looking at all the tranny videos. He's actually got an IP address now, so he can actually, you know, do the research in his own house.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
See, because this shit was impossible before. He couldn't attack Tommy while he was still sucking up Wi-Fi from the local McDonald's on I Have a Dream Boulevard.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
See, Tommy would have crushed that shit. Because I remember before niggas coming in there talking shit to this nigga about why you always sitting next to that window. Because he got, nigga, that Wi-Fi good, nigga. Family?
Shame.
Family, the Wi-Fi good, family.
Shame.
He did a live stream today. I wonder what about, talking about absolutely nothing. The fuck are you talking about, man? Talk about some indigenous shit, yo. We got a lot of indigenous haters out here that we gonna get out today, yo. So we gotta stay tuned for that. But let's talk about some of these fucking indigenous topics that you was talking about before when I told you let's talk about what's going on with this court system and how brothers and sisters is getting hemmed up by that shit, and that's the same shit that's fucking everybody up. The main shit that's fucking people up that we're not even focusing on. No, you didn't want to touch any of that, remember, because it wasn't good for your show and your views.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yeah, these are the things that began to draw red flags, because you started talking one way, and then over time when we were talking, you were changing and changing and changing as you were getting subscribers. You were changing.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now it's been brought out to the forefront that you literally have nothing else to talk about. Now it's been brought out to the forefront that you couldn't hold a conversation about indigenous black people in America if your life was at jeopardy. If someone was literally holding a goddamn sword to your chest about to thrust that shit through your fucking heart, and all you had to do was conduct a 49-minute live stream with you just talking off the top of your head about the things you know, the things you've learned about our people being indigenous on this land and other lands, and your ass would be a goner.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I heard you had a special guest today. The people that are very proud of you.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I'm happy that your people proud of you, though. For their sake, whatever the fuck they was going through before, I'm happy that they're proud of you. I still think it's kind of fucking sad, though, at the end of the day, ultimately.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So, like I said, I mean, if this is all you've given them for them to take pride in, then I guess, you know what I mean, who am I to shame that, you know what I mean? But I guess the people want to shame it, so I'll ring the bell for them.
Shame. Shame.
Because like El Boogie says, dumb smart niggas really need to be called out. Dumb smart niggas really need to be called out, yo. And the people in your chat, like one of the people I think it got a wrench in his chat, the sister's name is Erica Schwada or something like that. Anyway, like I said, he was doing a fucking live stream and somebody who screenshotted something. I'm reading the chat and one of the dudes, King Kush, called my show lame TV. And she answered, if he's so lame, then why are you talking about him? And I thought that very interesting that somebody in your chat got a wrench and still felt that way about me. That was wonderful. I subscribed to her page for that.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I'm jealous. That's it, Frankenberry head. Yeah, nigga, I'm jealous of that nigga. He burning through that. Where's Rick Ross? Blowing money fast.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That nigga burning money fast, G. Trust me on that, yo. I'm looking forward to that window. It should be this summer. This summer, that should be it. It take about a year for a fuck dumb nigga to run through a decent amount of money, right, guys? You think?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I think it takes about a good year for a fuck nigga to run through their money like that. You know what I mean? McWi-Fi, he over there eating French fries. He buying supersized orders from McDonald's now.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You should be tipping them, bitch. All the fucking live streams your ass have made off their ass. The fuck, sorry ass. This nigga over there, because before he was 99-cent menu in that shit all motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it took, exactly. It took Nature Boy, a year to run through 300 grand. So that means, Kev, you down about 20. You probably down to about 16 grand, ain't you? Tell the truth, nigga.
Shame.
Tell the truth, nigga.
Shame. Shame.
That's why you pulling out the big guns now. We done told the world that you don't really like black women. Now you're going to come out there and try to Yo, you so fucking lame, man.
Shame.
Polite, will you please come back?
Shame.
Please. Please. Because Shame TV East Watch is moving on. Because we got a lot of, I told you, Shame TV, we came about one of the main reasons as a safety net. And another reason that we came about was because Shame TV East Watch has a personal, you can call it a vendetta, you can call it whatever you like, but I personally am here to smash the smartest guy in the room complex having people, because there's too many of them running around thinking because they read something in a book and took, you know, and read it from that page, now that means they know some shit. So too many.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
We don't have that problem with Kev though.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
This Wi-Fi hustler, yo, we don't have no problem with that motherfucker, yo. Coffee and McNuggets.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Family. 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 Shut your bitch ass up, man. Fucking clown, man. Clown number one, man. Gotta talk about me. You gotta talk about them sisters. Just like Boogie said, nigga, don't be talking about me. You heard her, because they fuck with me, nigga.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Because I've been the same motherfucking nigga from the time I came on to right now. That's why they fuck with me. Ain't no switching up. Ain't no here and there. And 1 minute I'm acting this way and the next minute I'm acting that way. We gonna listen to this shit again. For those who just came in.
We know who they trolling. We know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we know. Your ass so dumb smart. You so dumb smart. Right. You so dumb smart. You don't even know. Think you know who's who. You so dumb smart. Bitch ass nigga. What you say? You eating french fries from McDonald's when you stole the Wi-Fi? What you saying, bitch ass nigga? What you saying, bitch ass nigga? He's a bitch ass nigga, kid. You so dumb and lost. You don't even know who's who. But keep on getting high. Keep on getting high and talking, running your mouth, not knowing what the fuck you talking about. Hella dumb, smart. We just surprised we failed for this shit for so long. But you is the master troll of YouTube, nigga. You've been exposed as the fraud. No matter what you over here see your dumbass followers, whoever these punk asses is, do not know shit but to follow your dumb ass down the rabbit hole of your paranoid ass imagination. Paranoid ass, bitch ass nigga. You don't know who's who. You is so dumb smart, nigga. Hella dumb ass smart. Hella dumb ass, bitch ass nigga. That's what you is.
He reading, Keisha.
Yeah. What
He in trouble if he start trying to read.
So damn paranoid, you think everybody is somebody else. So paranoid, you don't know nothing. You don't know a damn thing. You don't know who is who about what. You don't know if you coming or going. Bitch ass nigga. Scary ass, paranoid ass, bitch ass nigga. Nobody thinking about your bitch ass.
And a woman hating bitch ass nigga.
You start running your bitch ass mouth. Yeah, now that's what you sitting over here with these peons who don't know shit. They all punk asses over here LOL with this bitch ass until we get paranoid, and then you too. Nobody give a fuck about your ass. You ain't nobody, bitch. I've been done worse by better. You ain't nobody, bitch. Bitch ass nigga. Keep running your dumb ass mouth. You don't know shit. You don't know who is who. Look, trying to put shame on blast. Trying to put shame on blast. Shame know who we are. Nigga, you don't know who we are, you bitch ass nigga. Yeah. What, bitch ass nigga? You need a haircut? What you say?
Give them people they goddamn horses, man. Get that boy his horse, man. You sorry bastard.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Struggling over there at that new channel, ain't you, man? Yeah, we cutting them deep. We cutting them deep. Hey, black guy standing in law when you black and you standing in front of the law.
Shame.
But we'll go into that in the next topic.
Shame.
Right now, we finishing up this horse wrangling, fidget spinner, Jordan hustling ass, Wi-Fi stealing bastard.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Whose family became proud of him the moment he started a 1,000 subscriber YouTube page.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh, this horse hustler boy. Sonetta was over here the other day, Kev. I had him on. Tasha had him on, and we were talking. I don't want him on my show. Tasha got so much love in her heart. So she always gonna try to find a peace in something. But I ain't got no peace for that faggot. Because I know what he doing. Same thing you doing. You gonna be doing the same thing. You're gonna be emailing Boogie. You're gonna be emailing everybody. You're gonna be saying sorry eventually. I guarantee you that's coming. Another prediction of Mr. Frankenberry. That at first I predicted by the summertime his ass gonna be back at that window. Okay? Because that money gonna be blown through to the point that why pay a cable bill when we could just hustle this shit from the local McDonald's. Then, now my next prediction is this motherfucking nigga is going to be right back begging them same sisters, okay, for help again, to come back on his team. He's sorry. He got distracted. He this, he that. Nigga, your true colors came, yo. And you're a fucking clown. Everybody sees you for what you are now. You're paranoid as shit. Paranoid as hell. You weak on your battle game, nigga. Because I'm dragging the living shit out of you right now. Every video I do about you.
Shame. Shame.
Dragging the living shit about it. Yo, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say. What's your comeback, nigga? Huh? Yeah, that everybody's a op. That's his comeback, Tawana. We're all ops. You're a fucking op, Tawana, for whoever the fuck you are op for. Stop this madness, man. Stop this madness, yo. Please stop the fucking madness, yo. Fucking op. What would you know about an op? And what would a fucking... Who would need to send an op at you and your whack ass fucking no content having ass page?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Would someone please tell me who the fuck would need to send an op at McGILLZ? Excuse me, McGILLZ. The horse hustler.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
AKA the man who knew too little.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Knock it off, bro. Please knock it off, man. You sound worse than Sonetta when you say that shit, man. Horse hustler. Did anybody catch part of his live stream today that you want to inform me in the chat about? We'll open that up real quick before we go into our little tripping session. No, we gotta save tripping session until after the indigenous haters. Ronald, make ops. He first noticed us when he noticed that his McNuggets tasted differently. He then began to suspect everyone.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
But what he didn't know is when you start ordering the grilled chicken and the other shit from McDonald's instead of off the 99-cent menu, the food tastes different.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
This nigga was so used to the McValue section. What do you say, Keisha? He can't go live without smoking. I believe he probably can't. That's what he said so much anyway. That's what he told me. I think he smoked angel dust. Cause he be real zooted nigga and gone after he smoked, yo. And he out there in Cali, yo. So I'm sure that shit be floating around everywhere. That's not like an East Coast type of drug. I want to see that. I want to see the video of this fucking weirdo. I know I seen enough of them when that nigga smoke and his ass be gone, nigga. He be riding a white horse in the sky.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
We proud of you, Kev. You got a YouTube page. Even though that's nothing to be proud of a grown man for.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yeah, I seen his little. I sent y'all a screenshot of that sinking ship. Soneta's not the only sinking ship around here, is it, Kev? Not the only sinking ship around here, nigga. We got another sinking platform.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Ain't seen you collecting no donations in a while. On the super chat, live super chat. Yeah. Sinking ship. That's what happens when you don't have shit to talk about. See, I can start my show off with the way we started off with that old fucking person who knows that YouTube is no place for old men.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Who come with ill intentions. If you're an older brother and you come with goodwill to the people and everybody here, of course you welcome me. We gonna listen. But now if you old and a fuck nigga, oh hell nah.
Shame. Shame.
Nigga, you getting shamed every time I do a live stream if I feel like it. Next is Polite. We begging you to come back. Please don't retire yet, Polite. Because if you retire, McGILLZ is definitely going back to that window.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
This time we only fear that he may jump out of that motherfucker.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Cause that nigga was suicidal before that page took off, yo. That's why his family was proud. They was like, oh my God, whew. No more of them episodes over there in front of them babies.
Shame.
You a suicidal nigga.
Shame.
You a little mental patient on the low, yo. Tell the truth, girls. Come on. Come clean tonight on the Sunday Sundown stream. Come clean to the world. Why don't you?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh my goodness, man. What do you guys think, man? Do you think Polite should come back? Can we get some ones in the chat? Can we get some ones in the chat for all you guys who think that Polite needs to come back for McGILLZ to have something else to talk about? Because this is getting pathetic over there. He's bringing up people we don't even know, people in his family to come talk good about him, I guess. Like, this is getting sad. I think, yeah, I thank you, Melanator. He just come on back. We won't even bother Polite, okay? Right, Salima. We ain't even gonna fuck with Polite. Polite, listen. I want everybody to share this part of this video. Please send this to Polite. We gonna pull a nature boy in here tonight. Woo!
Shame. Shame.
We're gonna pull a nature boy in here tonight. We want this video to go viral. I want this to go viral, okay? I'm gonna put it on deodorant later. Woo! But we want this to go viral.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
They kicked that nigga off the play because that nigga was musty.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yo, we want this shit to go viral, yo. We want this shit to go viral, everybody. Okay? We want this to go viral. Polite, I'm talking directly to you, brother. We will not bang on you no more if you come back. If you come back, okay, I'm not going to talk about your rap video no more and say lima bean in that part where it sounds like you saying lima bean. And I find it unusual to be in the song.
Shame.
Why would lima bean be there? Shame. But yo, just I ain't gonna make no more videos about you, Polite. Even if you want Polite, I'll let you pick 2 videos of mine that you want me to take down, because I'm not gonna take all of them down. I'll even let you pick 2 videos. If you come back, because when we first met KEV, guys, we're gonna go on a somber note here, Tone. I want everybody to stop laughing. Okay, I want everybody to be serious now. Okay, when we first met KEV, we think he was borderline suicidal. Okay, allegedly.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
This is not a fact. This is, allegedly. So we think that bad things are going to happen in his life if you don't come back. This YouTube page is all he has, man.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
There's nothing else. He's been banned from his other pages, which is why you don't see any activity.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
He has an IP address now.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And his family is literally proud of him. Polite, you made all this possible.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
The pride that McGILLZ family has in him right now comes directly from you, Brother Polite. Maybe Polite's not as bad as we thought. He's out here healing people, fixing people. Yeah, we need to send him to his, yo, Keisha. We gonna send Kev to Polite's rehab post-traumatic center. so he could go under deep cover and investigate. Fraud department family in the bathroom right now.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Where the hell is Tasha at, yo? Oh my goodness. Yo, this nigga's gonna be in the bathroom with his phone. Fraud department family live inside Polite's traumatic center.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
This fucking junkie, nigga. Yo, Polite, yo, please, man. Please, 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 man. Could you please come back and help this nigga, man? He needs you, yo. I got to take a pause for 30 seconds, people, but I'm not going to leave you in mute. Leave you with my sister, L Boogie.
We know who the head troll is. We know. Yeah, we know. Your ass so dumb smart. You so dumb smart. Right. You so dumb smart. You don't even know. Think you know who's who. You so dumb smart. Bitch ass nigga. What you say? You eating French fries from McDonald's when you stole the Wi-Fi? What you saying, bitch ass nigga? What you saying, bitch ass nigga? He's a bitch ass nigga, kid. You so dumb and lost. You don't even know who's who. But keep on getting high. Keep on getting high and talking, running your mouth, not knowing what the fuck you talking about. Hella dumb, smart. We just surprised we failed for the shit for so long. But you is the master troll of YouTube, nigga. You've been exposed as the fraud. Don't matter what you over here feeding your dumbass followers, whoever these punk asses is, we do not know shit but to follow your dumb ass down the rabbit hole of your paranoid ass imagination. Paranoid ass, bitch ass nigga. You don't know who's who. You is so dumb smart, nigga. You hella dumb ass smart. Hella dumb ass, bitch ass nigga. That's what you is. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. We're wrapping up the Polite McGill session. Again, this is a shout out to Polite. Well, I want this to go viral, like Nature Boy said. Woo! I want this to go viral. Polite, will you please come back? We will not bang on you anymore. We will not discuss you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You will be off limits to us. We will, if we hate on you, as you call it, we will do it from afar. This is going out to Polite. Please, Polite, come back. Because KEV family is proud of him, and we need to continue this, because if this YouTube page goes down, he's gonna go down. His whole life's gonna go down.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
This nigga Frankenberry said, if I'm so dumb, how did I solve the Kanika case? That's part of the reason his idiot ass channel got flagged, dumbass, showing all the pictures like you know what you doing.
Shame.
Like you a real detective.
Shame.
So Polite, please,
Shame.
please come back, bro. We need you. The conscious community actually really needs you this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to come save this brother. This nigga has this nigga's over there watching tranny videos, Polite.
Shame. Shame.
This nigga is watching, this nigga is going through hours and hours of dick pics, calling it investigation.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I was not going down that whole rabbit hole with that nigga. Talking about those goddamn pedophiles and homes and trannies, and you subscribe to the tranny, or are you not subscribed to the tranny?
Shame.
Is that investigation or is it pleasure? We don't know. You know what I mean? The Sydney Star person that you're subscribed to, we don't know if that's investigation, whether that's actual, you know, me time stuff you do.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You know, that's what he's been reduced to since Polite's been gone. Then he jumped on the Kanika Jenkins case with his master detective skills.
Shame. Shame.
The fuck are you talking about, nigga? The fuck do you know about what? See right here, family. Look at this video, family. Look at this, what, the one we seen 70 other fucking times on 70 other platforms.
Shame.
We want to know what you think about the goddamn fucking case. Not what everybody else thinks. You just playing other people's shit, Sonetta.
Shame. Shame.
You really did want to be Sonetta, but you forgot that he was on a sinking ship, dumbass. Why would you jump on a sinking ship?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That shit is ridiculous, man. Yeah, he gonna have to sell horses. How the fuck you selling? How you? I still want to know. Polite. This nigga owe niggas horses. Even you ain't owe nobody no motherfucking horse.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
What the fuck? So Polite, please, please. I don't buy bull. What emails? I'll check when I get off. So please, bro, please come back. Just do one video and for the love of whatever gods you serve, whatever these suits and illustrious lima beans you serve, mention his name or kind of mention his name. Fuck, call him McGILLZ. Even if you call him McGILLZ, he gonna know it's you because we all know that's him now.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
McWi-Fi, McGILLZ, you know what I'm saying? Horse Hustler, Window Arch Watcher, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You can call him that. He'll know it's him, and he'll jump right on that shit. Polite, mention me, family. Oh, family, he mentioned me, family, family, family. You know, family. You know, family. Polite, you know you. Polite.
Shame. Shame.
You know I'm watching you.
Shame.
You know I'll show up to your center for kids who can't read good and stuff.
Shame.
Like, nigga, that's from Zoolander, nigga. It's slavery post-traumatic center, whatever the fuck, who can't read good and stuff.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yo, man. This nigga's a fucking clown, yo. All right, y'all. Parting shots for McWi-Fi. Y'all got 30 seconds for parting shots against McWi-Fi. Let's have them. Somebody called that nigga a big yellow figure ass nose picker. That's a lot in one goddamn. Damn, shame.
Shame. Shame.
They dragging you, Kev.
Shame.
They dragging you. Frankenberry Gills, boy. Okay, I'll check the email. McCrackhead, McCush. Kev the police. You should call him a woman too, Tawana, since he called you a man, he a woman too. But wait a minute, he hates women. He would hate himself.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That shit's crazy. Oh my gosh. It's time to get ready to switch the show for a second. We want to oh my God. Who in the hell left the gate open? I was going to do something. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to show this shit. Just when I tried to get off you, McGILLZ, they brought me right back. Hold on, people. Hold on. We got a special. Can everybody see this? Look at this nigga. Yo, look at this nigga, yo. McWi-Fi. That's his best clothes, y'all. That's right after the Tommy interview. That's that goddamn horse, man. What you and that horse got going on, nigga? You owe that horse to somebody. That horse done fucking got in his mind and corrupted him. He think he's so high, he think the horse is talking to him, y'all. Yo, look at this shit on my homie phone. That nigga running a whole YouTube page, gaining pride from his family, nigga. All at the expense of the local McDonald's. Don't that look like a scam artist hustling ass fucking government fraud in the city getting a check ass nigga? Oh my God, yo, whoever did that shit, yo, you a beast, yo. You beast for that, yo. Straight up and down. I might put that shit on my show. Make that shit part of the goddamn show. Oh my gosh, yo. Thank you very much to the fraud department for that. Thank you very much to the fraud department. I couldn't have done it without you.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh yeah, I gotta find it, Tawana. Hold on. Cause it's in my Instagram. I forgot all about that shit. I was supposed to start the damn show off with that one. Oh man. I was supposed to start the show off with that one. It's all good. We're gonna go to it right now. We got slightly more Kev Gill's audio. You know what I'm saying? We might even scratch the last topic of the show today and just focus on this fuck nigga because it's a lot been going on and we got plenty of time to do all of this stuff because we're not in a fucking hurry. You know what I'm saying? We live our lives, we're not in a fucking hurry. We got plenty of time to drag this nigga. Hold on, y'all. This is another piece of audio that was passed on to me. Let me get to it.
What kind of conversations in my house? I don't know what you was talking about.
Look at this nigga trying to blast Jamin bullets.
Classic.
Trying to drag Jamin bullets. All about somebody's mom was yelling at him in a job and all that shit. All the fucking while you sucking up Wi-Fi off the local you fucking yo.
Overclass.
We got a little video. We're gonna let it be heard here. That shit do kind of look like your face. Titties like a woman.
She's like a woman. She's like a woman. She's like a woman. I got pictures like a woman. I got pictures like a woman. Yeah, yeah. She's like a woman. She's like a woman. I got pictures like a woman.
Damn, Kev. You a crying fucking shame.
I got my man's boot. She's like a woman. She's like a woman. I got pictures like a woman. I got pictures like a woman. I got pictures like a woman. She's like a woman. She's like a woman. She's like a woman. I got pictures like a woman. I got pictures like a woman.
Yo, this nigga's fucking tripping, yo. Yo, this nigga's tripping. I ain't even go at you like that, Kev.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yo, playing with toys ass niggas. We done with you for the night, man. I didn't want to have to do this shit to you, Kev. I really didn't. But it is what it is. You kind of made it this way, man. To be honest. Like I keep telling everyone, man.
Gives, aka KFP Skill gives another edition of fraud. KFP's fraud department. They expose me as a. I mean, I'm exposing people as a fraud, y'all. I got these ops. These ops trying to take my empire, y'all. I feel you now, brother Polite. Brother Polite can teach. Brother Polite can teach us stuff, y'all. I guess the people are animals. Brother Brother Polite can teach us stuff, y'all. I guess the people are animals. They people trying to take my empire, y'all.
That nigga said my empire.
Trying to take my empire, but I'm gonna take lessons from Brother Polite. Brother Polite. He tells Brother Polite says the people are animals. I can feel you now, Brother Polite. People trying to take my empire from me. I'm building an empire, y'all.
I think I'm building an empire.
My coffee and my retarded push, my retarded Reggie, thanks to Saw Satan. Saw Satan gave me some he gave me some of this retarded Reggie, and I'm smoking on this retarded Reggie. I just wanted to update the people, y'all. And let you all know that I'm okay. I'm still Aboriginal. I'm still Aboriginal. Okay?
Spell Aboriginal, nigga.
Out there. I'm still Aboriginal. I'm still doing my thing as I smoke on this coffee and this retarded Reggie, y'all. Courtesy to Saw Satan. But you know, I just want to give you an update on my ops, y'all. The ops are trying to take over my empire, but I'm not having it, y'all. I've been through this, and it's go time. It's program time, Negroes. I'll put you on program, y'all. You thought I didn't see you, but I saw everything in my chat. And this is not a free-thinking society. I'm running dictatorship, y'all.
Oh shit, yo.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh man. I had so much more to talk about, y'all, than this fucking clown. I really did. I really did. So we're gonna close out right there. Shame TV East Watch. But we're also gonna leave it open for some comments to be thrown out real quick. Cause I did have another video I wanted to watch to let y'all play. Let y'all hear. I still might do that though. As a matter of fact, let's do it right now before we jump out of here. I wanted y'all to listen to this real quick. All right.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here and talk about this issue of indoctrinating children with religion, specifically Christianity. So I was riding around in the car this morning with my mom, and we got into the topic of discussion of Christianity, and we got into this topic based off of the topic of their plot and plan to exterminate the entire Black population. People were under the misconception that this was just an extermination of American Black people, but in reality, it would be pointless to exterminate American Black people if you weren't going to do the same to the Africans on the continent, since that is where we come from. It doesn't matter how many people try to claim indigenous or Moor or Hebrew Israelite. The bottom line is all of your origins are in Africa.
Now, statements like that always kind of bite my ass when it comes to talking about us being indigenous, or anytime that discussion comes up. Now, to take a serious note from the bullshit we were just joking around about, which was true because he does steal Wi-Fi and all that bullshit. But anyway, nevertheless, to make that statement, and what got me from the statement is I listened to the sister's show a lot. I'm subscribed to her page. And like I said before, like 90% of the things that she says I agree with and wholeheartedly. But this is something that I've kind of been hearing her say lately. And it's not just her. It's a lot of people who have large platforms who can affect people who seem to be echoing this sentiment. And the problem that I have with it is, first off, that statement that you made, it's laced with emotion, and it sounds like I would use vitriol as the word. It's like, it doesn't matter how many. Like, first off, it does matter. If someone wants to look up where they're from, where their people are directly from, it does matter. If someone's lying to our people about where we come from, how we got here, and all of that shit, it matters. If this whole educational system's built around this shit, it matters.
It would be pointless to exterminate American Black people if you weren't going to do the same to the Africans on the continent, since that is where we come from. It doesn't matter how many people try to claim indigenous or Moor or Hebrew Israelite. The bottom line is all of your origins are in Africa.
Again, who said that all of our origins are in Africa? What are we counting as origins? Are we counting the first ever fucking step taken on Earth? Is that what we're talking about? Like, this whole everything comes from Africa, again, it's gonna go in the same realm. When I talk about my brothers and sisters that are Moors, it's starting to go in that same realm. I hear you saying this shit, but I don't ever see you providing proof or facts to back this shit up.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And thank you, El Boogie. It's that same old bullshit. It's those same old narratives. Yet you purport yourself to be somebody who's in the know. You say it in such an arrogant tone as to say that it doesn't matter what someone else thinks. It does matter. It matters if my fucking ancestors come directly from here, my direct ancestors, and I've been lied to just about everybody else who's been here, been lied to about this bullshit about how we're coming from and Africa. Everything's Africa, 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 but you can't tell me where in Africa.
Shame. Shame.
You can't give me the who, when, where, why, and how. I'm never getting any of that shit. Okay? Never. And I want to know, and I played this clip because I want to know what the fuck is up with all these indigenous haters. Like, people who talk about our people having indigenous heritage on this land are trying to uncover something. First off, we're trying to uncover what the fuck exactly, what is existence exactly. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. But it's like, what are you getting out of this ignoring the history that your people have here that had to have been something powerful if it's being overlooked, directly overlooked, intentionally overlooked? This is no longer up for debate. We're not gonna call it Moor. We ain't gonna call it Indian. We're not gonna call it any of those things. But what we will say is black people was here before some white people came and supposedly brought us here. That's what I'm saying.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And I think it'll do us all good to find out why. I think it'll do all of us some good to find out what the fuck is going on and what is so important about the history that we have here that people keep hating on it instead of appreciating that it exists or that it did exist. Like, how the fuck can you talk about Africa, Africa, Africa when you live in somewhere and the history that you should be talking about should be the shit directly here relative to you?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Because I know an African directly, more than one, but I'm talking about one in particular that I work with. And he tells me exactly where his family's from. His family is from Lagos. So he can talk about Africa in that sense, nigga. When I check through, that means his family's from there. That means his grandfather, his great-grandfather, and so on, more than likely is from Lagos. When I talk about my great-grandmother and great-grandfathers and all that shit, they're from here. They're from right here. So why would I sit there and jump and latch on some fucking Africa shit, which is the oldest common bullshit that's just been said? Africa. They just say it and niggas just go with that shit.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And there's too many of us. There's too many of us out here fucking hating like that. Too many of us out here fucking constantly dismissing my people's legacy here. And I think time has come for me to say something about it, and I think that I just did. I wasn't going to make it long and drawn out. I just wanted to touch on it and listen in the chat for anybody else who had something to say, and we could move on. And they don't call their land Africa. But we do, and we say that shit all the time. We even come up with other names. Oh, it was called Tamari, or it was called Inikitu, or it was called, you know what I'm saying? Like, we do that shit, but they're not doing that shit.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
They're not running around with, well, it's really called Ichikutu, and really called Tamari, and it was really called,
Shame.
like, come on, man, shut the hell up.
Shame.
Everything was a lie, man. It's like, you know that these people are liars. You know that these people are not being truthful. You know that it's their history to not be truthful with you. Yet you accept everything they say, and then you call yourself Black Powerers. It's a couple other things that was said in this video. I guess I'll let it play.
Christianity, and we got into this topic based off of the topic of their plot and plan to exterminate the entire Black population. People were under the misconception that this was just an extermination of American Black people, but in reality, it would be pointless to exterminate American Black people if you weren't going to do the same to the Africans on the continent, since that is where we come from. It doesn't matter how many people try to claim indigenous or Moor or Hebrew Israelite. The bottom line is all of your origins are in Africa. So I'm sitting in the car with my mom, and I'm thinking about how militant-minded my child will be when I have one. Now, I don't have any children. I've said this plenty of times, but when I do have one, my child will not be a Christian. And
great points, D. Prince. Before we let this continue, he said that the Africans, if you go, basically going by that standard, the Africans was the first ones to be tricked. So of course their books and they shit tainted. Of course.
The thing of it is seldom do I talk about the issue of Black women raising their children, sons and daughters. That's something that really should stop, because you're basically signing their death warrant and setting them up for failure before they even get a chance. You're not giving them a chance because you're indoctrinating them with this religion that's going to make them a slave, and then we get older and then we complain about the coon epidemic. I don't know why Black people haven't made the connection between Christianity and a slave coon mentality yet. You have deviltry running amok whose sole purpose is to exterminate you, and yet Black people are running around forgiving. My child will not be forgiving anything, period. And when I have a child, my child will be taught that not only do you not forgive, and you only pray for the swift death of your enemies. That's the only thing that you do, pray for.
Now, I wanted to comment on that because those of us who are parents, don't you hear that all the time from people who don't have children? My baby's going to do this, and my baby's going to do that. And when I have a baby, my baby's going to do this, and my child's going to do that, and my child's going to do this. Don't you hear that all the time from people who don't have children? Because those of us who have children know that that is a whole individual that is coming to your life. That individual, no matter what you bring around that individual, what environment you raise that individual in, it's been shown that you have individuals who are raised in poor environments and excel and come out of an excel, and you have individual who was raised in a prosperous environment where all their dreams and goals could be handed to them, and they come out and they don't excel. So, or they don't even want to excel. Right, my baby won't have a snotty nose. My baby won't this, that, and the third. And I'm glad you said that. Why would she indoctrinate her child like that? That is the point of why I wanted to continue to play that. Because I got that from a female opinion. A female opinion, when they heard that clip, when she heard that clip, said, why would you even want to push something in your child's head instead of letting them come to see the truth for what it is? That is why right now I don't push things on my children. I educate them, but I don't push shit on them because I want them to accept and learn, first learn and then accept the truth for what it is on their own, because anything other than that will just be them taking everything I fucking say and running with it. And it's already been shown that you think that your indigenous heritage on this land doesn't even matter because it all means Africa, but then you can't point to anywhere in Africa. You don't know any Africans that fucking will even agree with you on that point, and they're from the fucking land. Like, that shit's crazy to me. But I wanted to say, people who don't have children always have grandiose views and notions about children.
Other than that, you will not be praying, and you certainly will not be praying to a white Jesus. You will be asking your ancestors to assist you in the demise of your enemies. That's what you will be doing. If you are my child, male or female, that's what I will be teaching. And the problem is that you have a lot of Black people in the Black community, because the coon mentality is so prevalent. Really, you just have, for the most part, two coons procreating, and then they have a coon, and then the cycle repeats. I'm going to seek to break that cycle with my...
Now, two coons having a baby are going to birth a coon, and that cycle will repeat. That logic is the logic of saying two athletes that have a child are definitely going to have a child. That's like saying two people who can sing, two nationally known singers, are going to have a child. Their baby is going to be a famous singer because their two parents can sing, by that notion. Now, I agree with her. I agree with her that coons are a problem. Coons are one of the major problems in the community. That's why I have a fucking platform, because they are a major fucking problem. So her and I are not in a disagreement at all in that fashion. Just Shame TV is also here for the smartest person in the room complex. And when I feel you start getting that smartest guy or gal in the room complex where everything you say is golden because you think you read it somewhere, nah, that's also a problem in our community as well, because there's too many I read it in a book people, and then coming back and arrogantly spewing things that you read in a book like you were on site learning these things and were the one who actually put them in the fucking book in the goddamn first place.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Discussion of Christianity, anything, period. And when I have a child, my child will be taught that not only do you not forgive, and you only pray for the swift death of your enemies.
No Bobby Christina album.
Pray for. Other than that, you will not be praying, and you certainly will not be praying to a white Jesus. You will be asking your ancestors to assist you in the demise of your enemies. That's what you will be doing. If you are my child, male or female, that's what I will be teaching. And the problem is that you have a lot of Black people in the Black community, because the coon mentality is so prevalent. Really, you just have, for the most part, two coons procreating, and then they have a coon, and then the cycle repeats. I'm going to seek to break that cycle with my child when I do have one. I don't have one yet, but I will be having a child, and I will seek to break that cycle, especially if the child is a man or is a male. Christianity has not, and will not serve Black people. It just won't. And the thing of it is you have a collective level of delusion in the Black community, where you have Black people convincing themselves that somehow this indoctrination is beneficial to them. It hasn't. It's not designed to. It never will be. My child will not be learning about a slave religion except to know why you should be rejected, just in case someone comes to you and tries to give you that indoctrination. The thing is, it's getting real out here. They have plots and plans put into action to exterminate every last Black person off the face of this planet, and Black people think praying to a white Jesus is the solution. white, black, or other, Jesus has done nothing beneficial for the Black community. If you think that he has, it is because you share a collective delusion with the rest of the slave-minded Black people who look at Christianity as some kind of benefit or outlet when it's really not. I was raised a Christian, and the best thing that I ever did was get rid of it. That's the best thing I ever did was walk away from the Christian religion. And I never turned back, and I couldn't feel better and happier and more free. This religion does not serve anyone except for white supremacy. So whether you are a Hebrew Israelite, you're still reading out of a Christian Bible. Whether you are a Christian, you still read out of the Christian Bible. Whether you are a Mormon, you still read out of the Christian Bible. Whether you are a Catholic, Protestant, Baptist, you still read out of the Christian Bible. You still share the same belief system. You, therefore, are a mental slave. And you are helping to empower this demonic entity that only seeks to destroy you. Black people are very spiritual people. So when you put all of your spiritual energy into giving power to someone else's God, all you ultimately do is give them power. This is something that for the ladies, we really need to stop doing. And that's why I will not have a child by any man that is not as militant minded as I am.
Here we go. That's the part I was waiting to get to. I just let the whole video play. Again, these are things that I typically hear single women who have trouble having relationships longer than a year say. It's those things sound good, but this is reality, and life has so many different fucking variables that to say those things and those definite things, like, it sounds kind of childish in a sense. It sounds like, when I grow up, I'm going to have a baby with long hair. And when I grow up, I'm going to have a husband who's tall and has such and such. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's not a part of life, G. Like, why would you be saying these things like that's a goal or something to be going after? You're looking for a militant man? What the fuck does that even look like? Because on some real shit, you gotta maneuver through this shit like a fucking game, man. You can't just outright come out and call yourself militant. Dog, you're gonna see your child is gonna be dead before it even has a chance to grow up and do anything. If you remember watching the fucking Terminator, John Connor was militant, but it was underground. She was teaching him underground, man. You can't just, he was still blending in with the rest of the world. Like, you can't have nobody super militant, nigga. This nigga, they would have been found him and got rid of him. This shit is crazy. First, you talking shit about people because they want to represent their indigenous heritage, because if I check my great-grandmother's great-grandfather's father, blah, 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 I was told who my family was by my family. So if I want to big that shit up, fuck, no, I'm not talking Africa. I'm not doing that anymore, because that's what the same people that you just said have a global plan to destroy us and all of that shit. Those are the same fucking people who are telling you this Africa shit.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Those are the same fucking people why you even refer to Africa in the first place.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And that's probably it. And I'm not even one of them people, Tasha. I don't even care about hair weaves and stuff. But don't know militant niggas I know even talk to you like that. And it's not fair. And I'm not saying that to diss her at all. At all. I'm saying that
Shame.
That's how them niggas be.
Shame.
I've never seen or met or heard a militant nigga other than myself who wouldn't give a fuck about how your hair and shit look. Cause I don't care. Cause I just grew up around too many women. So I already know that y'all like that when it comes to your hair. Nigga, some of them is just not rocking their natural hair. And it is what it is. It is what it is. As far as I'm concerned. But to say that, yo, like, come on, man, what are you doing to gain this militant dude? What life do you have that you living to gain this militant person? Like, it's too much of this fucking lofty shit talking about other people and what's going on when I have a kid, because what y'all doing is wrong with, it's insinuating that what you're doing is wrong with your kids. You're not raising, I'm gonna raise a militant child. And no, I'm not saying that this person said that shit directly. So to even say, did I say it directly, is being fucking childish in and of itself. But the point is, yo, telling, I don't like when people who don't have any personal experience, who don't know what the fuck they talking about, having a fucking higher than, holier than thou type tone, excuse me, when they're talking to people. Like, yo, you don't know shit about Africa except what you read in a book. So that means you learned everything you know about Africa from what was authorized and allowed to be published by the United States government or any other government about Africa.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Okay, I want you to know that's what that means to me. When people tell me about all the books and shit they read about Africa, no, you read what was allowed to be published by whatever said government was in charge at the time, wherever that book was being written and or published.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now that is a fact. Now whether the book contains 97% of accurate facts, 64%, whatever the case may be, the point is how it got to you came through a filter. So don't run around telling me it doesn't matter if I want to talk about my family's lineage on this fucking land, and I know that I have lineage on this land told to me by my family. I'm not playing with that bullshit. Nobody's going to do that. Man, woman, or who, child, nigga. You're not going to dismiss and or diminish my ancestors who were existing here for thousands of years, not pre-colonial or colonial white people come. No, nigga. Take that Africa fucking story somewhere else, yo. Because you can't purport to be an intellectual. You can't be up here purporting to be a person in the know, and then you're constantly referring to the Europeans as being liars, but yet you're using their information every time you open your mouth.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
You're not even fucking intelligent enough to take the information and flip it and bounce it and know that they're, whatever they tell you, 90% of the time you got to flip that shit around to get to the truth. Nah, you just take it straight up.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Don't be a person out here who doesn't have children telling people what to do and how to raise children and how you going to raise a child. Because you don't know how the fuck you going to raise no fucking child. You don't know how the fuck you going to raise no child. You don't know what variable life is going to give you. What if you get a child and that nigga has muscular dystrophy? And he's in a wheelchair by the time he's 13 or whatever the fuck, and you have to hand feed this nigga, help wash him and care for him. You going to teach him to go out there and bang on the beast?
Shame. Shame.
Like, come on, man.
Shame.
It's time to attack all of that shit. All them banging on the beast ass niggas, yo. Like, yo, you need to show me you banging on a beast. Don't tell me about no beast. Don't tell me about no white men are out here doing. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I already know what they doing. I'm a man. I know what the fuck's going on because I have to deal with that shit. I don't need nobody telling me that shit.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Exactly. What if you have a kid and you want to teach it some shit and you end up having a meth head, fucking horse hustling, Wi-Fi jacking ass, fucking fraud ass weirdo?
Shame. Shame.
You're going to have to just be proud that that nigga got a YouTube page.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Fuck out of here. I can't stand that shit, yo. Don't talk about raising kids and you ain't got none. Wait till you have some, go through the experience, and then learn what it means to nurture another person on a planet. And all the pitfalls that you have to go through of them learning from outside sources and maybe swayed at a younger age, or it might be an older age, or whatever the fuck. You never know. There's too many variables. The fuck? We all bang on the same beast we work for. We bang on the same beast who's giving you the fucking electricity right now. Who own the fucking coal plant, nigga, where the shit is pumped at, where everything's happening at. The same person who own the fucking water. Ain't no escaping that shit. Ain't no niggas, because a nigga got his own job, nigga, or his own business, you still immersed in a fucking excuse me. You still immersed in their fucking communities. You're still inside. There's no way out of that shit. So you might got your own business, but nigga, you still dependent on their society to function for your business to even function. That's crazy. That's crazy. So when I hear people talking shit, like even economics not gonna work until the mindset changes. Like y'all don't hear me talking about certain shit. Y'all hear me challenging certain shit. When I challenge these things, I'm challenging mindsets, because that's what has to change. The mindset has to change. Even people who say good things, like the badass sister that I just played. Some people don't like her, but I like her page. But if I feel that you going too far, yo, my shame bell is for everybody. Like, yo, you're going too far. You're going too far. You're going too far with this out of Africa story shit, because that is a direct fucking lie. And there's so much information out here to the contrary that one cannot continue to say that shit just willy-nilly. Okay? Without me being suspicious of you. Especially if you purport to be an intellectual. In any capacity, because I'm like, yo, how the fuck don't you know? It's the same way when I get people and I be like, yo, how the fuck you so smart, but you don't even know you're not a citizen. You still think you're a citizen. You don't even know what that word means. You don't even know how to find in the Constitution what it actually means or what it calls you. Shit like that. But you're so smart. You don't even have any kids, but you're telling people what you're going to do with kids and how you're going. Do you know how many times people with children heard people who don't have kids say fucking silly shit like that? You know how many times we heard that shit, yo?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Too many people speaking from ignorance and conflating it with fact. They think that they're speaking from a place of intelligence, and you're speaking from a place of complete ignorance. And there's nothing wrong with doing that, because ultimately that's what philosophy is. There's no proof. Proof isn't required. But the problem is, in my opinion, when I catch you being arrogant in your ignorance, it comes across the shame bell, and I'm going to have to get you. Shame TV Eastwatch. This has been the Sunday Sundown stream.
Shame.
We first started off the show talking about that $5 nigga himself.
Fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Second, we went in on that McWi-Fi fraud, or we let L Boogie.
What? What are you talking about over there? You don't even know who's who. So damn paranoid, you think everybody is somebody else. So paranoid, you don't know nothing. You don't know a damn thing. You don't know who is who about what. You don't know if you coming on board. You bitch ass nigga. Scary ass, paranoid ass, bitch ass nigga. Nobody thinking about your bitch ass until you start running your bitch ass mouth. Yeah, now that's why you sitting over here with these peons who don't know shit. They y'all punk asses over here LOL with this bitch ass until we get paranoid, and then you too.
Woo!
Nobody give a fuck about your ass. You ain't nobody, bitch. I've been done worse by better. You ain't nobody, bitch. Bitch ass nigga. Keep running your dumb ass mouth. You don't know shit. You don't know who is who. Quit trying to put shame on blast. Trying to put shame on blast. Shame know who we are. Nigga, you don't know who we are, you bitch ass nigga. Yeah. What, bitch ass nigga? You need a haircut? What you...
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That was our show for the day. Sunday Sundown stream. Sorry I missed you guys last week. We got to keep it going. Thank you everybody for coming through. Who's in here? Olmec, Conscious, Speculation, Chemo. What's up, my G? Earl Lawrence. Who is that? Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Wax Dog, Boogie. Thanks for the audio tonight. D Prince, what's up, my Nick? Yo, Tasha Pope. Salima was in here riding hard all night. She usually be in and out. Suicide start through. Leonard start through. Sirius Bayless, welcome. You just came in, I think. You missed a good one, but it's on YouTube TV, so you could always watch it. Quad TV, Quad Marley, Shock Sims was in here. Who else was in here tonight, yo? It was a lot of Keisha Ray and the whole fam was in here. Tawana Allen was, of course, in here. Bismillah Rabini was in here. We had a live appearance from Kev Frankenberry, Head Gills himself. Frankenberry was in here tonight. We appreciate that. All the love, everybody that comes through. Y'all know I appreciate the hell out of it every time. Shame TV East Watch. Right now, yo, when you leave here, my sister Tasha Pope, Conscious Community Convo, will be going live. So let's all head right over there. When you get there, hit the like button, and we're going to keep this movement going of the new conscious community, a new conscious conversation for everybody to come in on and share their opinions, and nobody is exempt. Shame TV East Watch, Sunday Sundown stream.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Peace, people. Can't wait to do this shit again next week.